Alrighty, Battle City, and we have got Yugi going up against Esper Roba in what could be an interesting match, because if Roba manages to get Jinzo, look at all the trap cards that Yugi has that suddenly become useless in, say, Spellbinding Circle, Mirror Force, etc. Light of Intervention, if that counts. But yes, Yugi does have a few trap cards that are sort of key to his deck and key to his strengths that Roba could block. But we will see as Yugi wins Rock, Paper, Scissors and elects to go first. But from his perspective, and that's not a great starting hand. He's only got King's Knight. He hasn't got any other monster. Unless King's Knight can stay on the field for a turn, he could summon Berthamut and then get Gazelle and then fuse them. Alright, what has Roba got in response? Says, gather your mind. And what else is Roba going to throw down? Having a bit of a cook. And oh, it's Reflect Bounder. Okay. So Esper Roba off to a very good start. And Yugi in trouble because he can't summon any other monster. He could draw Gazelle, but it's a 1 in 35 at the moment. It's Karibo. Okay, Yugi not looking good. He's only got high-level monsters and a polymerization. The polymerization means he could summon Chimera. However, the chances of that are low, and Esper Roba with a 1700 on the field in Reflect Bounder. Reflect Bounder will also do life point damage when that gets attacked as well. There's Vishwa Randy. Alright, there goes Karibo. And Vishwa Randy goes in for an attack. 900 points off Yugi, he's down to 7,000. And Esper Roba with the advantage. Alright, there's Queen's Knight. Unfortunately, Yugi couldn't play his combo. If he had Queen's Knight on the field first and played King's Knight, he could have special summoned a Jack's Knight, which would have been able to defeat Reflect Bounder, but Yugi didn't draw the cards in the right order. As we turn change, so finally the heart of the cards is against Yugi at the moment. Makes for a nice change as Reflect Bounder is tributed. Oh, and it's for Jinzo. Alright, Yugi is going to have a tough time winning this match. Oh, there goes Jinzo, and Jinzo Lord, 2600. Esper Roba has massive advantage now. Yugi is going to have a lot of trouble getting that Jinzo Lord off the field. I mean, if he could get Slifer to the field, which is no easy task, Yugi needs... Oh, there's Spellbinding Circle, usually a very good card. However, completely useless with Jinzo Lord on the field. Yugi needs a Swords of Revealing Light right now. Even a Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast, wouldn't help him now. And there's Cyber Soldier of Dark World. It's a 1400. Alright, so this is going to be 4,000 points that come off of Yugi. He's down to 1,900. And Esper Roba's still at 7,400. And yeah, it's not looking good for Yugi. As we see, we go to a turn change. Yugi draws Obnoxious Celtic Guard, which can't be destroyed by battle with 1900 or more attack. He might be able... If he plays that down, the likelihood is that Roba probably will attack with Jinzo Lord to make it a sure thing. So Yugi might be able to buy himself a last turn, but maybe all but inevitable here for Yugi's loss in his first match. There's Cybernetic Cyclopean. And there you go. Esper Roba does attack with Jinzo Lord, which cancels out 1400. Gets rid of Obnoxious Celtic Guard, Cyber Soldier of Dark World, and now Cybernetic Cyclopean does 1400 points. Yugi down to 500. And this match is just about done. What does Yugi pull? Oh, it's a Mirror Force, but it can't work. And this is what I meant when if Esper Roba gets that Jinzo to the field, some of Yugi's best trap cards are all useless. And it is all over. Jinzo Lord goes in for an attack, and that will do it. Roba picks up the first match in 12 turns. It was a convincing victory, so we'll go from Esper Roba's perspective in this one, and Yugi will need to win 2 duels in a row to pick up his season point. Okay, there's Secret Barrel. And a rock, paper, scissors is won by Esper Roba this time. And he elects to go first. Okay, there's Impachi. There's the Fiend Mega Cyber. Very good card as well. If your opponent's got 2 or more cards, then what you do, you can special summon that. There's Gather Your Mind again as well. Jinzo Lord also in hand again as well. What Esper Roba wouldn't give to get that Jinzo Lord to the field once again. Alright. Look at the description of Impachi. A log that attacks lost travelers in the forest. It was cut down and possessed by an evil spirit. As we see, Queen's Knight is on the field now. Goes in for an attack, but 400 points. You could almost make a story out of every normal Yu-Gi-Oh monster. There's the Illusory Gentleman. So Impachi is 1600. That can destroy Queen's Knight as well. Wearing odd fashions, this gentleman is very fickle. He sometimes saves people, and sometimes, I think it said, sometimes he commits crimes. I think that's what it said. I just need it to stay on his card for long enough to read. And, oh, Spellbinding Circle. Alright, Yugi using his trap cards early before Roba gets... Oh, and there's Magic Cylinder as well. Oh, he's activated them both. Okay, will... And at other times commits crimes. So he's good and evil. Alright. So Esper Roba gets rid of both of them. Yugi could have held Magic Cylinder and used that to negate Illusory Gentleman's attack, but they are both off the field, so that is still advantageous. Oh, there you go, Beta the Magnet Warrior. That's why Yugi didn't mind. You can get rid of Impachi here. 100 points off Roba. He's down to 6,300, 7,600 for Yugi. And Esper Roba now on the back foot. He draws Kozaki, a workaholic fiend who devotes everything to his research into the languages of Dark World. His mind has collapsed because of working too hard. Whoa. His mind has collapsed because of working too hard. That sounds like society in a nutshell. As Yugi has played Obnoxious Celtic Guard at 1400. And now Esper Roba is down to 4900, but Esper Roba now will be able to summon the Fiend Mega Cyber. There's Cybernetic Cyclopean, and the Fiend Mega Cyber is going to come to the field here as a special summon. Yugi, that Obnoxious Celtic Guard can't be destroyed by the Fiend Mega Cyber, but it can be by Cybernetic Cyclopean. It will destroy them both, and that's probably the advantageous move. Now, Roba could go up 2-0 in this one and beat Yugi in straight sets. That would be something. So the Fiend Mega Cyber now the only monster on the field. Yugi has 4 cards in hand and he really needs something good here. He goes with a face down spell or trap. And a Monster Reborn. Okay, he goes for Obnoxious Celtic Guard, so now he's got a monster on the field that the Fiend Mega Cyber cannot destroy. Roba draws Hyro's Shadow Scout. Alright, Yugi's magic cards could be affected here. Yugi, though, able to defend for this turn. Change back to Yugi, who draws for a 3rd card in his hand. And straight to the end phase. There's Acid Trap Hole. Not a bad card, Acid Trap Hole. Up flips Hyro's Shadow Scout, so Yugi will draw 3 cards. If they're magic, they go to the graveyard. Alright, there's the first one. There's Exchange, Polymerization. Okay, they both go to the graveyard. Yugi did also draw Giant Soldier of Stone. And Esper Roba ends his turn. We change back to Yugi at 7,100. He's got a bit of a life point lead. 2,200 to be exact. Looks bigger than what it is. Obnoxious Celtic Guard destroys Hyro's Shadow Scout, so Esper Roba did have to flush a few points to get those magic cards to Yugi's graveyard. There's Infinite Dismissal. So the Fiend Mega Cyber can go in for an attack here. It would wipe 800 off of Yugi's life points. Puts him down to 6,300. So Yugi's still in life point lead, but Esper Roba with the better monster on the field, as Yugi now 6 cards in hand. And puts Obnoxious Celtic Guard to defense and straight to the end phase. So Yugi taking his time on defense here. There's Mine Hacksaws, which Roba could play and see all the cards that Yugi has hidden and in his hand as well. Alright, Yugi draws. He's now got 7 cards in hand, and Raptor will flip it up. Mine Hacksaws is played, and he will see everything in Yugi's hand. And there you go. Well, we've seen all of Yugi's cards, so Roba will be able to somewhat plan out his moves, but he hasn't really got any moves himself that are really going to be of any damage. There goes Diffusion. Since Yugi's card was above the limit, there's Big Eye, which can't destroy Obnoxious Celtic Guard, but it does have a good flip effect. Roba can organize the top 5 cards of his deck when that is flipped up. Yugi has drawn another card. He throws one face down for Spell and Traps and to his end phase. So tactical match here. Both players just waiting for that moment to strike. Obnoxious Celtic Guard doing the damage though. Big Eye is flipped up. So Esper Roba will be able to... Ooh. Esper Roba does not have a very good 5 turns coming up. Jinzo 7, Jinzo Returner, Visceral Randy, none of them are strong enough to get rid of Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Roba throws down Light of Intervention. And turn change back to Yugi, who still has 7 cards in hand. Roba flips up Light of Intervention, so Yugi's effect monsters and Roba's as well won't be able to be activated. Yugi now 3 face downs. So he might have drawn a couple of new cards since Roba used Mine Hacksaws. King's Knight comes to the field, and it looks like that might go after Big Eye. And it does. 400 points off Roba, 3250 for him. Yugi will be vulnerable to be getting hit back here, and he'll lose 600 points, but he's still up on life points. There's Jinzo 7. So we knew that was coming. Alright, Roba. Going in for an attack. And, oh, Mirror Force! Esper Roba did not see that coming. Yugi has drawn Mirror Force in the previous couple of turns, or maybe even the last turn. And that is devastating for Roba. He did not want to lose the Fiend Mega Cyber. Watkid goes down to defend. Light of Intervention on the field, so everything is face up, and Esper Roba is now in big trouble. That Fiend Mega Cyber now off the field. Yugi 6 cards in hand. And down goes Gazelle, the king of mythical beasts. This card is always treated as a phantom beast card. Okay, there goes What Kid. 15 and 16 is 3,100, so Roba is going to be down to 150 life points. And Yugi in very much control of this one. It'll be a miracle for Roba here. In fact, he may have nothing in his... Oh, well, he doesn't. We've seen his next 5 cards. Jinzo Returner comes to the field, and there is very little that can do. Roba goes to defense. It's face up due to Light of Intervention. And this one is done. Roba will not be able to defend. There's a Chain Destruction that Yugi had face down. Another good trap card. You can destroy multiple copies of a card. Good for Kaiba's Blue Eyes. Good for Exodia if you have more than one copy, which they are all limited to 1 in legitimate play. And what does Yugi go for here? What does he go to end here? Well, it's all but a conclusion here. Yugi to the battle phase. There goes Jinzo Returner, and all Yugi has to do here is knock out the rest of Roba's life points. And we will go to match number 3 for a tiebreaker for the season point. Yugi with quite a dominant win in that one. And yes, after this match, there will be Jaden taking on Little Mokuba as well, which you would say Mokuba would not have much of a chance. However, you never know. Mokuba, after all, did actually defeat Mai in Duelist Kingdom. Very early in the season, but yes, those two have duelled. If they duelled again, I guarantee you Mai would probably win. Probably win 99 times out of 100. Mokuba got that lucky one. As there's Magic Cylinder. Yugi's got Berthamit. He's also got Polymerization, but he hasn't got much else. Light of Intervention and Light Force Sword. So that is not a great starting hand for Yugi. Alright, Esper Roba, 6 cards in hand. His first turn. Yugi activates Light Force Sword. So one of Roba's cards will come back to him after 4 turns. There's Gather Your Mind. Reduces the deck count of Esper Roba. And Tripwire Beast comes to the field. It's a 1200. Yugi is undefended, so he will take a hit here. No, Yugi decides to activate Magic Cylinder. It is a good idea to activate it now because just in case Roba does have Jinzo. So 1200 points came off of Roba. Yugi has drawn Defusion. He's almost got an anime play here if he can draw Gazelle. It's a 1 in 33 though, so... Alright, there's Thunder Kid. Used to be known as Kamarina Kozu or something. It was the most obscure name to try to pronounce. Kamarina Kozu or something. Thunder Kid is much easier. Alright, Yugi draws... Oh, he's drawn Gazelle. How about that for anime luck? Okay, that is 100% harder. The cards. Yugi will be able to summon Chimera, the flying mythical beast. He's also got Defusion. So he can break Chimera apart if he chooses to as well. But why would you? 2100. And have a look at that. That is absolutely beautiful of Heart of the Cards luck here from Yugi. Activating his protagonist power. And there goes Tripwire Beast. So Yugi could activate Defusion if he wanted to get Gazelle and Berthamit to attack. It'll be 2900 altogether with them both attacking. But would you get rid of a 2100 off the field in exchange for that? As Roba goes with a face down defense. And he also played a card face down for his magic and traps. There's Multiply. So if I was Yugi, I would definitely keep that 2100 on the field. I wouldn't split them apart with Diffusion just yet. Yugi with an absolute anime hand right now. He goes for the face down. It is Electric Snake. Alright. Roba draws 4 cards in hand. Light Force Sword has ended now, so he'll get that original card back that he drew on his first turn. And Old Mind is activated. Unfortunately for Roba, Yugi doesn't really have anything in his hand. It's picked Diffusion by random. Roba throws Gather Your Mind, so Yugi has lost the ability to break apart Chimera. Although if Chimera is destroyed, I know it's got an effect. It can bring one of them back, Gazelle or Baphomet. I don't remember if it has to be destroyed by battle or if it's just destroyed in general, but I think that was part of its effect. It can get one of those fusion materials back. There, it just said when this card is destroyed. I don't think it said by battle. There's Yugi activates Old Mind now. And it selects Senri Eye, so Yugi can throw away Multiply and get rid of Senri Eye. Senri Eye, you pay 100 life points per turn, and you can... I think you can look at your opponent's hand. It's actually not a bad card. I'm surprised Roba didn't play it, but I guess he doesn't want to cost himself too many life points at this moment because he is on the defensive. And, oh, there's Acid Trap Hole, but it won't work because Big Shield Gardener is over 2,000 defense. Roba's Acid Trap Hole is gone. He does get to see what that face down card was, though. Alright, Cyber Raider is attacked and destroyed. And Roba still only has Thunder Kid on the field. And that will not be able to defend him forever. He draws 3 cards in hand. His card count's starting to get a bit low as well. Yugi, though, also does only have 3 cards in hand. And straight to the end phase for Esper Roba. There's Valkyrion the Magnet Warrior. And Thunder Kid is destroyed. Esper Roba no longer has any defense. And he really needs a good draw here. What does he pull here? A face down spell or trap. Another face down spell or trap. Oh, and to the end phase. It looks like Yugi might have him. Oh, there's Mirror Force as well. Esper Roba flips up Light of Intervention. Esper Roba possibly running out of moves. 2100 about to come off his life points. It'll put Roba down to 3800. Yugi still at 6100. He's quite comfortable here. And just needs to wear Roba down. Roba. Oh, Big Eye. Roba flipped up Light of Intervention. And it may have come back to haunt him. Big Eye, although with the top 5 cards of Roba's deck really been able to make the difference, we'll never know. There's Dispel. Yugi, though, still only has Chimera to attack with, unless you want to flip Big Shield Gardener up and start attacking with a 100-point monster. But it's starting to look bleak for Roba. He draws. And down goes What Kid. No matter how Roba could have assembled his deck, with no monsters on the field, he can't get Jinzo to the field anyway. There's Gamma, the Magnet Warrior, 1500. Yugi now has another attacking force. And Esper Roba is going to lose another 2100 life points here. That's going to put him down to 1700. And is now very much in range of Yugi being able to knock out the remainder of his life points. Turn change back to Roba, possibly his last turn here. Roba plays another face down spell or trap and just to the end phase. Obviously nothing else in his hand that he can play. There's Artrine of Gilfa. Yugi activates Old Mind, which is still available to him. And, oh, one of the cards is Jinzo Lord. Have a look at that. Oh, and Yugi's just drawn a Monster Reborn from that effect as well. He tributes his Big Shield Gardener. And has just activated Monster Reborn. It's very risky because Torrential Tribute was a card in this era, but Esper Roba doesn't have Torrential Tribute, for example. Yugi brings back Big Shield Gardener. And it's all over here. And Yugi selects Archfiend of Guildford to attack. And this one is done. Esper Roba defeated by Yugi. Roba got off to a good start, but Yugi able to pull it back with some protagonist luck. And coming up, we do have a Jaden versus Mokuba match to come up as well. Next in Battle City, this was the first match of a round. Yugi defeated Esper Roba. We'll have Seeker going up against Ishizu. So can Ishizu overcome Exodia? Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Jaden's match coming up next as well. Thanks for leaving all the comments wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. Take care. Farewell.